Welcome and what is up there everybody, this is Casper with Casper Crypto, and in today's video I've got some huge Dogecoin news for you guys, and this stuff is not only going to be affecting Dogecoin, but it's going to be affecting the entire market. So these news, I really can't wait to get into them with you guys. So before we get into the video, I'd really appreciate you guys could smash that like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys have not yet. And let's get straight into it. So let's take a look at Dogecoin right now. Dogecoin is currently at about 29.3 cents, down about 3.5% on the day. We did have a pretty nasty drop off in the last hour and a half or so, where we went from about 29 cents down to about 28.25. So we did have a pretty big drop. We attempted to recover right here, but it looks like we're just heading further downwards, which is not too good. And if we look at the last 7 days, what we've just basically been doing is we had this small bounce up in the beginning of the week, and then slowly but surely we went from about 34 cents. We didn't even hit 34 cents, but about 33 cents, a little bit over that, and just steadily declining from there for the rest of the entire week. And as you can see, we've had a few major drop-offs very recently, yesterday and today. So this could be signaling some bad news. So I'm going to show you guys some very important stuff you need to take a look at. This will be affecting the entire crypto market. And you know, if Bitcoin goes down, the entire market goes down, and much, much more. So how this is going to affect Dogecoin, I'll be explaining to you guys very, very soon. But let's go over the most important things that are going on. So as you can see right here, it says market wrap, Bitcoin drops ahead of looming death cross. And the death cross did actually happen. I can show you guys on a chart right here, where we did actually see a drop right here, as you can see, through between the 50 MA and the 200 MA moving averages. And this has only happened a few times in history before. If we take a look at 2017, we had that drop about we had the death cross around the 28th of March, before we had a significant drop, and we just had a massive bear market from then. And then if we take a look even further back, we can scroll back and see the other times that has happened. And as usually with the time that the 50 MA moving average is above the 200 moving average, that oftentimes signals that we're in a bull market, as you can see. And whenever we have that death cross, like it happened right here before as well in 2017, that signals that we could be heading into a bear market. But for some reason, I think that this might not be the case this year, especially since we'd had such a funky market that no one could have predicted before, with the whole Wyckoff distribution happening over here and a lot more. But let's get back into the news, and I'll be doing a little bit more analysis on Bitcoin and most likely Dogecoin. We're going to be going over a lot of Dogecoin, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So basically, a lot of people are getting scared of the whole death cross situation happening, and that's causing a lot of selling pressure in the market. That's why if you take a look at all the cryptos right now, they're all basically in the red. A lot of people are afraid of this death cross, signaling that we're going to be in a bear market. But usually what happens is when everyone's expecting one thing to happen one way, usually it goes the other way. So that's what I'd like you to keep in mind. But let's take a look right here at this important information. So Bitcoin declined about 5% over the past 24 hours as the price broke below 36,000 support. The world's largest cryptocurrency by market cap is still up 23% year to date, although some traders are concerned about the looming death cross, which could indicate a shift from a bullish to bearish price trend. So basically what the death cross is a cross between the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, which could occur over the weekend. And voila, it is the weekend right now, and we did have that death cross right here. Some analysis remain bullish on Bitcoin relative to equities, but a lot of people, most of the people, are just spreading so much FUD right now, and they're trying to, I feel like this might be a little bit of manipulation as well, trying to get basic retail investors to sell off, so that all the influential people with insane amounts of money, the crypto whales, the huge companies, will get to buy in at extremely cheap prices if we fall to like a 20,000, 25,000 Bitcoin price, and just shoot it up through the roof, and while people are still trying to catch up to that. But let's take a look at this. So the recent stabilization just isn't sufficient to suggest buying dips, wrote Mark Newton, founder of Newton Advisors, in an email to CoinDesk. And you can see that this is the death cross, and it actually did happen right here as I showed you guys. But what we really want to take a look at is that there's actually still a lot of good news in Bitcoin in general. Like we have El Salvador adopting Bitcoin. We have growing institutional demand. We have Tesla. I gotta make a whole video about this, but Tesla's doing some really sneaky stuff that I just did a lot of research on, and I noticed what they're really doing. But I think that Tesla is way ahead of everyone else. They're playing checkers while everyone is playing. No, they're playing chess. My bad. I said that wrong. They're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and I think they're way ahead of the game, and they have some really important stuff that I think will boost crypto like crazy. But overall, there's just so much good news going on, especially with altcoins as well. So much mass adoption happening, and so many new innovations with altcoins that I think that this will not be a problem whatsoever. But it will create a lot of FUD, and I wouldn't be surprised if this meant that we would drop down to about the 25,000 or 20,000 levels for Bitcoin, which would be an amazing buying opportunity. But right now, let's take a look at Dogecoin, all right? So what we want to see with Dogecoin is actually not seeing a huge sell-off at the point that we are right now, because we recently just passed through the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern that we've been creating since about April, as you can see. This is the whole head and shoulders pattern that we've been creating right here. And we basically broken below this neckline, which is usually if we break below that and we see a lot of volume, which we surprisingly haven't seen a lot of volume, but we did break below it, retest, and now we're heading further downwards, as you can see. But since we broke below this, I would be watching Dogecoin very closely to see how it reacts. If we see a lot of selling pressure going on, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Dogecoin heading down to much lower levels. And I'm going to use the Fibonacci retracement to give you guys a little bit of a potential prediction of the price where it could hit. And of course, none of this is financial advice. These videos are just for educational entertainment purposes only. But using the Fibonacci retracement, we can see that the next price targets for Dogecoin, if it's heading downward, would be right about the 22-23 cent levels. Or if we head down even lower, we break below this, we could be seeing a 9 to 10 cent Dogecoin, which would be one heck of a steal of a price. And I know I will definitely be buying right around these levels. So those are just some key levels I'd like you guys to take a look at. But overall, I'm just still watching this head and shoulders pattern, seeing if it'll actually play out or if it's going to be a fake out. And that's what I'd like you guys to also take a look at. So far, no big news from Elon Musk either. He's staying relatively quiet about Dogecoin. I think he just doesn't want to get in trouble with the SEC and all that. But he is dropping some subtle clues about what he's doing. So I'll be talking about that in another video for sure. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. But yeah, basically what's going on is just that huge Bitcoin death cross, which usually signals a bear market in crypto. However, I think this time, when the majority of people are aware of it and they think it's gonna happen, things are gonna happen one way, it usually happens the other way. So I would look very closely at this and make sure that you are doing your own research, doing your own due diligence, and watching very closely how everyone else reacts. Because oftentimes, if everyone reacts in one way, it could go the other way. That's just sometimes how it works. I just want to let you guys know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe down below. Smash that like button. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.